Welcome.
Both HD and standard?
I'm the easiest one.
I'm looking forward to it. I actually follow you on Twitter, so
Oh, really?
I saw you tweet about doing different accents.
I know, and then I chickened out.
No, you're gonna do like a different accent? I was excited about that.
I know, but out of context, it just makes me look crazy.
Kevin, you have speed.
All right, cool. Well, congratulations on the film. I
Thank you.
think this is one of the most visually stunning pieces of entertainment I've ever seen.
I agree.
And first of all, I have to ask you, and I guess if I was on set for this movie, I'd want to take things home with me. Did you get to keep like your suit or your any props? Disney keeps it all?
Disney has it all in a vault. Because maybe one day we'll be so lucky to make another one and that it'll all be waiting for us. But no, you know, it was the kind of thing that existed in that moment and is such a beautiful experience for all of us. But, you know, taking that stuff home, it's like fairy dust, you know? It doesn't work if out of context, and it's amazing. You know, that suit, it's not like I'd wear it out anyway.
But now, the suit itself actually does physically light up, right?
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Actually
It's
real,
got
not...
lamps running through it. Those lights are actually electroluminescent lamps. It's LED made into fabric with wires running through the suits and connected to a battery on our backs, so we can be lit up from across the room.
Now, when you're actually, that scene when you finally pick up Sam and you're driving, what did that really look like? Because I mean,
we were inside a light buggy, which was pretty complete, in front of a green screen on a platform that spun. It was pretty cool, and then that scene when we pull into the garage and the doors go up.
Right.
That was pretty cool too.
Now, do you find it harder as an actress to act against green screen, not knowing what's there, or do you feel like being on a practical set, it's easier for you? I mean, how does that work?
You know, something about practical sets sort of spoil you because it's very easy to believe you are in that space. You know, for instance, on House, we work in a set that looks exactly like a hospital, and if you open any of the drawers, there's hospital equipment in there.
Right.
When you work on a green screen, you really have to use your imagination, and I found it was almost like returning to theater. You really had to hone your imagery and be very specific about what you were conjuring up to get you to that place that you needed to be. So I thought it was kind of a fun experience.
You mentioned House. How do you think House would have dealt with the arm coming off?
The arm? He would have been like, she doesn't need the arm.
She would have just been.
Who needs an arm?
Hey, who needs an arm?
Yeah, exactly. More important things to worry about.
Now, this particular film, it balances emotions and visuals perfectly. And your character, I was always so intrigued as to what you were thinking, because you really wanted to experience the outside world. What were your influences for that? Because I mean, you're kind of a guarded character. You don't know what's going on in the real world.
Right. Yes. My inspiration for Cora was Joan of Arc. And once I kind of found that, then I felt really confident with her, and I felt like I could have a lot of fun with her. And the thing was that Joan of Arc was this child warrior, you know? She was literally a 14-year-old girl leading the French army. Like wearing a whole suit of chainmail, wielding a giant heavy sword. It's kind of supernatural in a way. And she also had this connection to a higher power, and she was sort of otherworldly. So that fit for Cora. And I just had a lot of fun figuring that stuff out with her. And once, I made that connection, I was like, okay, I get who she is. And she does have a lot of mystery surrounding her. I also loved her innocence and her kind of fascination with the user world and her love of literature and history. And the fact that she could be very strong, but at the same time very vulnerable. But it was really interesting to imagine, you know, surviving for hundreds of years without any idea of senses, what anything felt like or smelled like in the user world, only reading about it. It's almost like explaining colors to the blind. Like that's how Cora had to conceptualize things like sunlight. All of that was really fun to think about.
Cool. I was going to say congratulations, and I love the hair.
Love the hair. Thank you.
You should rock the hair out.
I should rock that hair. Oh, I know.
Well, seriously, congratulations. You were phenomenal in the film.
I appreciate it.